Alright, so here it is, my video response to you, exacto, to your entire thing. I'm going to respond to every little thing in this thing. Okay? Starting from the top. So let me get ready to speak here. I'm going to get my water ready. Anyways. Hello there, lads. Just wanted to post something that the veterans of ABAT wanted to say directly to Lee. Let me know if y'all with it or not. Regarding the purpose of this list of an extremely retarded collection of actions that Lee, his staff, and their incompetencies, it's mainly to bring into light the state of the server it has been since 2022, ever since rebranding to ABAT. We do love and appreciate the server, yet there are flaws in the system it's managing, and most importantly, within the server, the owner himself, Lee. Lee, if you do not find yourself reading this wall of text, which I do now, because I just need you to finally get on board, man. Like, you're the one who's not on board. You do this sketchy stuff. You're telling me I'm being sketchy by promoting. We'll get to it. Just don't worry about it. If you do find yourself reading this wall of text, please keep into mind that we loved how the server used to be, but it has fallen into oblivion. Yet we want to bring out the mistakes you've made to make the server better again. This statement is only regarding events and actions made on ABAT and its respective Discord server, but just know if 6Bs and 7Bs Tom 3 were to be spoken of, it's the length, yeah. Listen, man, this is how anarchy servers are ran, okay? You should be happy you have an active owner. But, okay, read on. Infamies of ABAT.me. Bedrock, stacked items, unbreakables, and other illegals that made the server what it was got patched in May of 2022. Elytra Flight nerfed for no apparent reason June 2022. Offhand, yes. Okay? I'm not going to read all of these issues because a lot of these issues here are valid. Okay? They are. They are very valid. And I admit to them. Okay? But that's not the server in the state that it's at now. That's why I've did this. That's why I'm making these big leaps. That's why I've done that. I didn't just do it out of nowhere because I don't know what I'm doing. I clearly know what I'm doing. Like, can you not see what I'm doing? I've already made a new fork. I've got like 3 or 4 developers all actively working on it. And you're over here barging in here acting like you should have any kind of say in anything just because you ran a group. Sorry, I messed up my mic. Just because you ran a group for my community and helped me out in the times of the server, in the dark times, okay? Which I appreciate that, and I appreciate the fact that you made videos, did stuff, and made content for my server, and made my server have players in the worst time of its existence, okay? Now, these things, they weren't really resolved at the time because, like, I just didn't have the time and I was busy and I had a bunch of stuff going on in real life, so I never really paid attention to the server then. I was busy doing other real life stuff. But now that I've been online and active more, and I'm changing stuff again, you guys are getting scared of what I'm doing, and you're probably assuming I'm going in the wrong direction when I'm not. I'm literally making these changes, big changes on purpose. The 1.20 change, yeah, okay? I didn't do a vote because I knew what the vote was going to say. The vote was going to say don't update. When clearly it's worked for 2B2T, so it works for me, and I am updating. So that's what my plan was. And I knew initially that because the server was kind of small, I could just use Pufferfish plus the server software and get away with it. But eventually the server started to get big, so I was like, okay, now I got to do the fully upgrade. Which means I gotta get Mason and some developers on board to make the new core plugin, which is in progress, and we already got anti-lag machines working today. And yesterday or the day before yesterday, I got, the recording of this video was January 17th, 2024. By the time I got to around I don't know, late November, in November, and started getting into like the 70 players and all of that. It's just it was like TPS wasn't able to withhold because because of the limitation of how the game is on that. Okay, we need multi-threading added to the game, and guess what? Fully it does. Multi-threading, great. Regionalized multi-threading. So, and it's relatively stable and good too. It just needs, you got to build a lot of custom code for it from scratch. That's what has to happen. So, I ended up paying for a bunch of server upgrades to make sure that the server PC, which by the way, in your thing. Tell me it runs on an i5. Wherever in here it tells you, I'm going to keep reading. Wherever in here you tell me it runs on an i5, it doesn't. It runs on a 22 dual core. Oh no, two. Okay, give me a sec. My bad. Two dual 12-core CPUs, okay? With 24 threads combined, so 24 cores combined for 48 threads total, okay? That's what the server runs on. It doesn't run on an i5 anymore. It did during the beginning, like for like the first like week of the 1.19, or not the 1.19, the 1.20 update. For the first week it did run on the Optiplex, but the Optiplex was quickly faded out because I was waiting on the stuff to come when I ordered it. In fact, if you just scroll down a bit, and we also the renaming issue's already been fixed too. You just had to tell it to me in a normal way, like, look, like you even had to like. And then you go into Spanish. So then you go into Spanish. This is going to be a long video, but it's going to be an actual video. I'm not going to edit it either. I'm not editing. It's not worth editing. Like, I don't have a PC that's capable of editing anyways. But you can't place. That is fixed now. That was a issue with the plugin. Like all of this stuff, I didn't. And by the way, when I've been fixing this stuff, it's because now they're finally actually telling me the issues. Right? Like they don't tell me it in the right way. I can go in here right now. And like half these issues are, like, this is not even supposed to be in this Discord, or this is for PvP. Burrow is enabled. Yeah, okay. I know Burrow's been an issue, but then recently I added a Burrow patch, and then all y'all start complaining about it. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the double-edged sword, so I just leave it the way it is. That's what I end up doing. And yeah, we were aware of these connection problems. We had to have that for a bit. This is really old. These are all really old issues. Like these are all expired issues that don't exist anymore. This TPA bug's also fixed. I fixed it from this. This is I do listen to this. I do look at these and I do get them resolved. It's just it's slow. Like he's exacto it. And you guys, you're demanding a lot from a very small amount of people, which there's going to be some things announced soon. And if you're going to complain about it, then there's no pleasing you. There's no pleasing you at all. And you could just go play somewhere else, okay? And to the people who enjoy playing here, great. I'm glad you enjoy playing here, and I'm thankful for your appreciation. Like, remember, one guy, all my money. Like, it's basically put in this. It's always been like that. And before now, I actually used to have people that used to give me money to buy stuff, which is going to be happening soon now. But they're going to become co-owners of the server, and that's what's going to happen. Moving on from this part here, lead takes ages to fix issues. We just talked about that. You ask way too much of me. If you want stuff to go faster, the stuff is open source. It's on GitHub. It's been there for so long. That's why I literally ping about it, and then y'all get mad when I ping about the source code for the stuff. It's there. You can go pay a Java developer to say, hey, fix this issue for this thing on this, and they can do that. It's called Fiverr. You can, if you want to do that, or you can donate it to me, and then I could pay my developers to do it. Okay? Or contribute code if you know Java. Okay? It's open source. Like, that's why it's there. You're complaining. This is free. It's free to play. It's literally free to play. I barely ask for money, man. Like what I'm selling, it's basically only there for people who actually have, like, some, you know. I used to have people who used to give me money for donations all the time. I had this one girl. She bought me a whole server PC one time. And then I got another one bought for me by another person. You know? Like, the server in the beginning days, when it was premium, was all funded by itself. And up until, like, 7v17 still got, I still got some big donations. Because I got Dazgard. He joined it, came around. Like, I don't expect that from you either. I'm not expecting money. That's why you just gotta wait and be patient. Like, we're working on it, man. Like, I already know when you ping me 10 million times in there, okay? You think I don't get pings too? I always check in there whenever I get pinged and I notice a new one. I always check, I read it, and I'm like, hey, Mason. I just don't say anything, and you're expecting... And these guys only... These people as a group, they have a group chat in the Discord. They have a group chat like in one of these kind of group chats like this, you know. And they're in there, and they're all like drumming up, like literally creating problems for no reason. Like, I've already seen it. It's there, okay. I mean, yeah, I guess they're expecting me to respond to it, which, I mean, yeah, fixed. It's already been fixed because you know why. You know where I put it, where I said I fixed it. Oh, gee, I wonder where I put it. Should be up here. Look at this. Okay. It's up here somewhere. Look, NC and chat will be fixed for all versions upon the next restart, as well as TPA. I literally pinged about it. So if you care that much about the server, maybe go here and get this, okay? Instead of complaining at me in my announcements and using the little moderator status I gave you to do your job, which is to moderate the Discord from people trying to get me terminated and make the Discord get banned. You use it to put something in my announcements channel and try and make me look bad for no reason. Even though right now is like the best time for the server. I'm investing so much money in it and changing everything and modernizing everything and making this fresh new core plugin that's going to be really good. It's already really good. Wait till the anti-lag machine part's added to it. It's going to be really good. We already have anti-lag machine, but it's from a different plugin. But you know, when it's implemented, when Mason implements his version of it, it's going to be better. So you'll see. And like, literally, man, like, I'm trying. I'm doing something. This wasn't even in response to you. This wasn't even in response to you, Exacto. Yeah, ungrateful. Like, I do a lot, considering I get paid very little these days. because there's no Dazgards anymore. Like, honestly. But that's why now there's some people coming in, and you're just going to have to suck it up, Exacto. You're going to have to deal with it, that there's going to be people that are co-owners of the server because they invested money. And they'll have a say, and they'll be also having authority. Because at the end of the day, this isn't communism. This is my server. Like, but it's a business. Like, that's why I'm trying to, like, why do you think my role used to be CEO in the Discord? Not anymore. But anyways, the promotion of SR, I don't know how to say his name. I always mess it up because I'm gonna lie. I'm kind of like dyslexic. SR Goku to him. The promotion of him to co-owner was because he was helping me with so much stuff. He was video editing for me, like actually good video editing for me. That he's also gonna be doing some video edits for more stuff soon. You'll see. And helping me manage the server, helping me do all that stuff. Because when you're working on a server, okay, like going back and forth between all of this stuff and configs and constantly googling like, oh, how do I do this? Okay, or looking at this and also going into IntelliJ and compiling something and adding something in the code or changing something in the code to your specific liking and then compiling it and testing it. Like, it's a lot of process, okay, guys? Like, it's not just drop a bunch of stuff in and it's that simple. No, like, and you have to make sure you get it right every time, because sometimes they can have a bug with it. Like, oh, you maybe thought you did it right, but you have to test it. And that's what, like, before this, I didn't really have the money to have 2 servers because I was living with my parents. I was still a kid. I moved out now, and now I have 2 big servers that I just bought. I just bought a second server for that exact reason, so now I can run a test server to test this stuff before I put it on the server. And now I'm going to have more people working on the server with me. Okay? They're not going to immediately get authority, though. They're going to have to go through a process where I'm like, okay, like, this is how I do this. Like, don't... Okay? But at the end of the day, this is my server. I'm the one who controls it. I'm the ultimate deciding factor in it. But I do take and value everybody else's input. So, with that being said, soon, not yet, me and Cuba are going to be working on that. Feedback.ap8t.me will eventually be where you go, and you just... And I'll be constantly looking at it, and other people who are working on the server will be looking at it, because there's going to be other stuff added to the server on top of the Anarchy server, and this is the direction the server's heading in. And yes, the Anarchy server will remain the same, and we're going to keep upgrading it and improving it, and we're going to keep putting more SSDs in it when the map keeps getting bigger, and upgrading it to the newer versions too when it keeps coming out. If there's something that the Microsoft makes the game do that's so bad, then I'll probably have to not update, and then that'll be the final version of the server, I guess. Or maybe some open source Minecraft clone will come up and we can fork the server over to there or something like that. Like, who knows? With that being said, that's all I really got to say about this topic. Okay, Exacto? A lot of your stuff is valid, but it's also invalid because you're putting it the way you're putting it at that time, and it's just you guys all skulking in a group chat, making up bullshit issues when I already read it. Like, it's already been fixed. That TBA issue was like an issue for like 3 days. They expect me to fix it that same day. Sometimes I can't do that. Like, sometimes there's no one available to do anything, and I don't have the ability to do something. Like, I only do stuff within my limitations. Okay? I can code some Java, but I can't do a lot of stuff, and Mason does it better than me, so I would rather Mason do it, and he's doing it good. He's just got a schedule right now, okay? You're gonna have to wait. Eventually it'll be finished, and once it's finished, it's gonna be great, because it'll be really, really polished. Because now that we've made the big leap from the old versions to the modern version, for all the stuff, it's gonna be great. Because now we don't have to worry about that. You know, because now we have multi-threading, and now we can do all this other stuff, and we can, like, I have all this great hardware. I have fast internet connection. Okay, and I'm gonna buy more hardware because now I'm gonna have people helping me with the server, and also we're gonna be all other people are going to be buying and investing into stuff for the server too. So, you know, look forward to that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you finally like realize what I'm trying to say, man. Like, I did read the whole thing. I read the whole thing. Okay, that's my response to you.